Streaming. Let's get it going. Happy weekend, everybody. I'll be with you momentarily. Squirrel turds. You changed your name again. My God, what am I going to do with you? Hey man, how's your weekend so far? I don't know, man. If you're not one kind of turd, you're another. Flying turds, squirrel turds, all that stuff. I don't need that microphone there. This one doesn't even get used on the stream. Okay. Let's check volume levels. Everything looks good. I miss it, man. God, I really should have streamed on Wednesday and Thursday night. It would just have to be a short stream, man, because I don't stay up all night anymore. And I got to work those days until about, I don't know, 10:30, 11. I could get on for an hour or two. But situation is as such. It is 13:03 hours. I'm in the Solomon Islands. Between Solomon Islands and the Bismarck Sea. And this is Rabaul. I had been here on my 8th war patrol with the USS Drum. And I've been promoted and given command of the USS BALAO, SS-285. And as the last thing that I did during that last stream 3 days ago was sail to this location, first of all. I haven't sunk any ships. I'm just getting into position. And here at 1920 hours, that would have been yesterday. It's been almost 24 hours, but there was a task force spotted here, and I don't know if it's enemy or friendly, but it's probably enemy. I think the Japanese still hold Rabaul on April 11. So I've been at sea for about 6 days, and what I've done is I've gotten into position here with the expectation that this task force is going to try to come through here and go to Rabaul. And if he does, I'm not going to have too much trouble dealing with him because, you know, I'm only 5 miles from the shore in this direction. And I will definitely be able to hear a task force on my hydro phones. So, Firewalk, you know what sounds cool? I actually had chicken and rice for a light dinner. I'm going to eat. I get hungry about this time, but I wanted to stream, so I put a little something on my stomach to start the stream, and in a couple of hours when I go to end the stream and go to bed, that's every night at bedtime. I make something with refried beans and tortilla and cheese. It could be soft shell tacos, it could be a burrito. I should have held back some of the rice and put the rice in it. But I eat like that because that type of eating gets me through the night. I don't wake up hungry in the middle of the night. So just habitually, that's what I do. Anyway, I'm comfortable with my position. I'm going to go to time compression. And I can tell by how jumpy time compression is. You see? Radio report received, enemy task force. So now there's a task force to myself. And only at certain zoom levels will it let me see it. So this task force is going to cruise probably straight through here, I'm going to guess. Let's check. My torpedoes are loaded. My crew, everything is good to go here. They do look fatigued. Am I on silent running? I don't think so. I'm trying to look and see if there's a, general quarters command. Normally I just ignore all that stuff, but with that task force coming... All crew to battle stations. That's your general quarters. Alright. So... I'm kind of in a good position here. I'm going to actually sneak forward a little bit That rice recipe is to die for, dude. I have all the stuff to make it, too. It takes a little while, though. The stuff I make is just really simple. You just spread some stuff and then you heat it. And, you know, the rice recipe takes some doing, though, because it's kind of pilaf style. And you got to brown the rice, so it's a great recipe. It's unbelievable.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to creep forward a little bit here. And then stop and see if that task force stumbles upon me. Now I'm hearing in this direction, I'm hearing warships, so let me manually...
Warship, moving away, bearing, 6-5, long range.
That warship's moving away, though. Let me see if I can manually hear anything here. That's a big warship. I can tell by the loping sound of its screws. Yeah, that rice recipe is just insane, though. I wonder what happened to that task force that was spotted to myself. Where could it have gone? There's a lot of stuff out towards the Bismarck Sea. You know, I'm going to erase my doodles. And I'm going to work my way towards Rabaul here a little bit. Should have plenty of battery for it. Before I surface, you know, this is really weird. It's a ghost town now. This place was a hotbed of activity when I was just here last. That's my screws behind me. I don't worry about that contact. It's me contacting myself. Okay, how light is it outside?
Yes, sir. I'll stop.
I'll check. Yes, sir. I got 1,000 feet of water below me. We'll wait for it to get dark. I could just go like this and I want to see if it's getting dark or not. Okay, let's, how are we doing on CO2? Starting to accumulate. I will surface, though, and use my radar to see what's out there. There's a lot of something out there because this is not very much time compression. Radio report, convoy. Is that convoy near me? There's so much activity out here. And here's this old contact from the task force. God knows what ever happened to that. Enemy large convoy. Course south-southeast. Speed 9 knots. That might be coming my way. So I will actually plot his line. And I'll start to move that way. I'm going to go out into the Bismarck Sea. It was crazy, man. The last time I was at Rabaul, there's just ships all over in here. God, even at 1024. So yeah, there's something going on out there. I'm actually starting to hear them now.
Warship, closing, bearing, 339, long range.
Huge convoy coming. How dark is it out? Alright, let's blow the ballast.
Blow ballast.
Yes, sir.
So that'll surface us pretty quick.
Yes, sir. Ahead standard.
Get rid of this CO2. We'll charge the batteries. Pop up out of the water. Now, I would normally come turn my radar on, but I'm not going to do that now for fear of alerting the Japanese to my presence. I don't want to do that.
Yes, sir. New course 315.
Yes, sir.
We'll start this way. And I'm going to use the compass tool to circumscribe. That's a big convoy. I probably, from the middle of where I think it's going to be, I probably want to be 2 kilometers away from it, so... We'll use a little time compression here. Starting to pick up the convoy ships. That convoy is going very slow. There are a lot of ships. Each of these little black spokes is a ship. Do you want to change something here? Hope this doesn't crash the stream.
Yes, sir. All stop.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ahead standard.
I'm changing my bit rate midstream. I'm using a bit rate that would support 60 frames, but I'm only, this game 30 frames is fine. I did make that. Yes, I did. And part of what, you know, I'm working on overlays for iRacing too, which you're familiar with. They'll show the top 10, they'll show a relative, they'll have a fuel calculator, and just stuff like that. You know, I've made an overlay for Podium Esports. I'm actually broadcasting with it right now. But I'm going to make overlays for people that want to stream other games. For their streams, for their broadcasts, esports. And so I've been kind of experimenting with different ways to do it. I want it to be easy for people, you know, kind of like Stream Elements and, you know, Streamlabs. You know how they automate so much stuff? Land ho, I'm kind of near land. That can be pretty dangerous. Yeah, that's a cool submarine.
Contact. Warship. Constant distance. Bearing. 4.
Freaking sweet looking submarine slinking away in the darkness. So on closing in, a warship is spotted. Maintain. Okay, so head to my right. Let's go to periscope depth. Let me see if I can see him. There is a ship there for sure. That looks like a freighter, not a destroyer though. I think it is actually a destroyer or something bigger. There's a ship. There are a bunch of ships out there. I'm surprised my lookouts didn't see those. It took me looking through here to figure it out. And there she goes into the deep. How much battery? I'm a little over half. I'm between a half and 3/4.
Current depth. 0. Yes, sir.
I'll slow to 1/3 speed to try to save a little battery. You know, there's a website you can go to, you can Google it, where they've declassified all of the War Patrol reports from World War II. And I kind of made this look, you know, the typeface and kind of the reverse of the colors, but it's inspired by that, you know, as far as the scorekeeping goes. Let's turn 90 degrees to the right.
Yes, sir.
We'll rig for silent running. I'll use time compression here. Maybe I'll even slow it down a little bit. I'll just creep along at 2 knots. Man, I missed playing this game those 2 nights. Wednesday night and Thursday night, I do race control for the Porsche Club of America. And by the time I'm done with that, I usually need to eat or go do laundry or go do dishes, blah, 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 blah. I finish maybe 10:20 p.m. and before you know it, it's like, you know, it's almost 11. Let's just go to bed. And it sucks because, you know, I want to go online and game and stream. What I think I'm going to do on those nights is just plan on being up a little later and just start streaming at 11 and, you know, get a couple hours in, go from 11 to 1 a.m. so I can have a little fun.
Yes, sir.
So it's 21:12 hours. These ships are coming in. If I go look at this little outside view, you can see dead ahead of me there's a destroyer on patrol, but he hadn't detected me yet. That looks like a Sashio. And look at all the ships he's escorting. So I'll start getting ready to attack. Some of these ships are going to pass behind me. That one is looking like he's going to collide with me, and some of them are going to pass by out there ahead of me, and I'm trying to figure out that's a good target. That's a pretty decent target too. There's a couple of good targets out there.
Yes, sir.
Bird speed.
So because there's 2 targets on the far side of the convoy as they pass from my left to my right, I'm going to sneak forward at just 2 knots. I'm just going to creep. This destroyer is going past. He's not in front of me. He's kind of to the right, and he's working his way down to the corner of the map. Not worried about him anymore. There was a destroyer on this flank, but he took off through the formation, and he's out here behind it now, so... Alright, I'm going to command the ship to stop. I'm perfectly at periscope depth. I might let the ship kind of calm down for a minute before I put the periscope up. 2 knots is very slow, but the faster you're going, or if you're moving at all, when you put the periscope up, it's cutting through the water and it creates a wake. And you can see that at night especially, so I don't know what I'm going to set the torpedoes at yet until I've identified my ship that I'll be attacking. I'll do that later. But when I do attack, I'm probably going to be 20 degrees off his starboard beam, which puts him at 70 relative. The range, I'm just going to throw a dart for now. I'll be more exact later. But it's probably going to be 1,000 meters. So I'll plug that in. And the speed seems slow. I'm going to plug in 7, but I'm going to try to reckon a better speed calculation than that. So the torpedo bearing transmitter here is communicating with the torpedo data computer. And I've got kind of a, I've roughed in my shot, but we'll be more exact later. I'm going to go to the hydrophones and have a listen. That destroyer, that Asashio, he's just wandering around out there on a relative bearing of about 065, so he's well past me. Way in the distance at 1.5, that's a slow, big, loping propeller, so it's probably a bigger ship by himself. There's a warship dead ahead of me. He'll be on the far side of that formation. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. That's a very, very slow rate. That ship is probably not even going 7 knots. I think there's a big one coming at me from behind to the left. Okay, let's look at the plot. And I've slowed down enough. I'm 0 knots. That's about as slow as I can go. I'm going to put the periscope up just at the waterline and look around. That's a big one. That one passing behind me, that's a big one too. Maybe I'll fire behind me real quick. Those two are identical. Yeah, we're gonna fire at these ships behind me. I'm gonna try to identify them. Single island, single stacker middle. She's tall with big sprawling masts. That wouldn't be it there. It could be a large old split freighter. That's almost for certain what it is. And you'll notice I'm putting the periscope up and bringing it down. If you leave it up there, you're going to be spotted. Because they're looking for it, you know. They know. Oh yeah, that's what that is. This is straight behind me. He's going to be an easy target. That one's even easier yet. Same exact ship. So we'll mark that ship. Mark this. We'll mark that ship. You lower the periscope just a smidge. Our depth is 28.5. Okay, so what I'll do right now is I'll get these torpedoes set up for that 28.5 really quick. I'll hide my periscope. These torpedoes are failures. I can set them about 4 feet deep, so I can go to about 24 feet. So I'm going to go 24 feet, and open the torpedo tubes. Again, I'm ready to fire. I'm going to put 2 fish into each of those 2 ships if I can calculate a solution fast enough. So tubes 7, 8, 9, and 10 are ready to go. And before I do this, I'm going to get this set up on something more akin to the angles that we're going to end up having here. Just so that this torpedo data computer is now reflecting something more like the stern tube shots that I'm about to take. Oh, look at that big bitch right in front of me. Fuck. And then that's the mountaintop, right? That's to my right. Let's go back over here. Oh, there's so many good ships to fire at. Here we go. Let's do our best. To 10, 180 to that. That's about 25 degrees, so that'd be 65. That thinks it's that speed. I'll slow this down to 8. Where was that other ship? There was another one out there too. That's not him. That's him. Let's do a solution on him and fire real quick. He's more like this. I'm scoring hits. I'll put him at 8 knots. And then 9 knots. I should have fired at him. What's going on out in front of me? Where'd that big bad boy go? Oh, he's maneuvering. Okay, so we'll start working on him. What is he? 1, 2, 3, 4 master. Single stack of medium height. That ain't it. That's not it. I don't think it's that thing. God, what is it? Single smokestack. 1 island, 1 funnel. That's it right there. Large modern composite freighter. Depth is 24, so I'll have to set my torpedoes for 20. Oh, you know what? Is that thing coming in a little closer? Yeah, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to try for this. Torpedo 20 feet. Tube 1 is open. Torpedo 20 feet. Running depth. The tube is open. Oh, he's maneuvering. Nonetheless, see if I can get a solution on him. Yeah, I've got no solution. We'll go back out there in a little bit. Oh, look at that. Wow. Let's stop this and that thing is just right frickin' there. I don't know if I can even hit him that close. What is he again? That guy right there. Draft is 15 feet. Put these on contact. Let's see if that hits. It's just point blank. It probably won't arm. He's too close. If it was impossible to miss, I went ahead and fired. He's behind me. Yeah, that torpedo went plonk. So what I will do...
Yes, sir. Hard to starboard. Hard to starboard.
Yes, sir.
Ahead, 1.
I'll come around behind that guy. And there's other targets on the far side of him. Look, you can see his propellers in my periscope. So much fun, man. Let's go find those other guys. That right there is an interesting target. Go hard starboard. That's a big guy there. Let's try for him. It's one of these, large modern. Kind of coming towards me a wee bit. The computer doesn't get a good speed reading on him at all. Go rudder midships. Let's recalculate the range. Large moderns, by the way, have a 24-foot draft, so I can go back to that 20-foot running depth. Go back to magnetic influence pistol to fire the torpedo if it gets close. We'll open up some torpedo tubes. This torpedo we'll just put on contact at a 6-foot running depth. Yeah, I think I've got something here. This says 4 knots, but I'm going to plug in 7. I know he's carrying some speed.
Torpedo in the water.
Let's see if this thing even appears to be going the right direction. It does. But what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to pretend he's doing 9 knots. Fire this one. For this shot, I'll pretend he's doing 8 knots and fire that shot. Then I will go down to, say, 6 knots. I'm getting torpedo impact notices here. Ooh, is that a carrier? No. It just looks really flat from where I'm at. So let's start to dive.
Yes, sir.
New depth. 2, 5, 4.
Now watch these torps.
Torpedo impact. Torpedo impact. Passing thermal layer.
I hit him on the stern with that shot. This shot's probably going to miss.
Current depth.
So he did have a little bit of a turn going. Crap. You know, I just don't know if this is going to be a good attack. I haven't sunk anything. I hit him again.
Current depth 180.
So what I'm going to do is my rudders and midships. I'm going to put a mark here just to indicate that I had some hits in this general area. I'm going to turn back towards the northwest a little bit. Well, maybe I'll go northeast.
Current depth 200.
Yes, sir.
I'm just going to throw a ping out. They already know I'm here, so I don't care if they hear the ping. I just want to make sure that I'm not in some weird shallow water. It's not marked as shallow on the map, but... A ship was destroyed. I saw the marker appear, and here's the message. Which one did I sink? The large modern composite. That's a good kill. Let's look at the torpedo situation. I got one left in front. Reloads are in, so I'm not going to be able to attack again for a little while.
Torpedo miss, sir. Torpedo miss, sir.
We'll turn to the right by 90 degrees.
137.
Maybe not quite that much. I think I'm going to go straight east.
Yes, sir. New course. 90.
Still got plenty of battery. Okay, let's turn right. Let's go south and trail them for a little while. Now I'll set back to southeast. There's a straggler right here. Let's go southwest and go work on him. See how this guy's barely moving? This is one of the ships that I hit, but didn't sink. So let's go finish the job.
Yes, sir.
Let's listen and see how close I am to him. There's something here. Okay, that's not going to be anything. About there. It's probably nothing. Go to my outside view and see if I see that ship. I don't see any ships around. Where's my straggler? Did they get away from me? I hope not. I hope they didn't, you know, despawn. Let me erase the doodles. Oh, you know what? There's another sinking icon here. I think I got a second ship. No? How come I only got credit for one sunken ship, but there's two ship markers here? That's odd. Use time compression to get up to periscope depth. Now let's raise the periscope and look around outside before I try to surface. Got to be careful about 060. There's a moon out there, and it is, you know, anybody in the opposite direction is actually more of the threat, because you'll see a nice silhouette.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's surface. Secure from silent running.
Yes, sir.
And let's turn maybe south by southeast.
Yes, sir. New course. 163. Ship spotted. Ready, bearing. 97. Medium range.
Now I'm seeing a ship down here. It's just a little guy. He's ahead to my right. See if we can find him in the camera look here. Advance myself into the future, a world where you can fire off a drone and go search for enemy vessels.
27. Ready, sir.
It's just a little fishy boat. Unarmed. That's what I was looking at to see if he's armed. So I think they despawned. I don't see... Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Let's take a manual sweep with radar. There they are to my left. They're at bearing 240. And then there's that ship that's real close to me. Maybe not. Let's go to a shorter range. What's straight to my right? There's a whole bunch of stuff over there. Oh, you know what? It's seeing the ships in Rabaul.
Yes, sir. New course. 22.
Yes, sir.
Ahead's dead.
Let me do a save game. I've been just driving around doing stuff like crazy, and if something bad happens, I'll be pissed because I don't have a, you know, a save point. How far away is that guy? He's a couple 2-3 miles yet.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All stop.
Yes, sir.
Where is he? Where's he on the plot? He's ahead to my left. Let's scan over here. There he is. About 350. Oh, I see him now. Let's take an estimate of his range. About 3,200 yards. So let's move this up. I want to hit the water line with armor piercing, and I hate how it goes from side to side. I wish you could do up and down with keyboard commands, actually. That went way over him. Let's go down to about 1,500. That fell short. Let's try 2,000. And that says meters, not yards. That's disconcerting. That's still short. Let's try 2,300. That's still short. Let's try 2,600. That's a good hit. Go down to 2,500. That looks a little high on the water line. Still a little high. Let's try 2,400. I'm drifting at about 4 knots, and he's also kind of coming towards me a little bit, so that's going to, you know, close the range. Just make little adjustments. Just a little short. 2,200, I think, is going to be golden. That's good. It got an explosion, but you see the water splash. So what it did is it hit the water short, which arms the fuse of the explosive, and it blows up inside the ship.
210, ready, sir.
There was an explosion there. He's gonna be destroyed soon. He's destroyed. So we'll save game. We're going to go on patrol. I'm going to look at my radar again. I'm facing Rabaul, but I think there's that over here somewhere to the left. Now that I've turned, it might be more behind me. Let's look. Where did they go? There was definitely another formation. There they are. Dead ahead. No, that's the ship that I just saw.
Yes, sir. Ahead, stand.
Come, I'll ring up ahead standard. I'll head southeast.
Yes, sir.
It's too bad I lost contact with the convoy. I would have liked to have done some more attacks on him. Okay, let's take a look. I think I'm going to give myself some credit here. Let's plug in 2 ships destroyed. $82.75. 8,000 tons, guys. That's not a terrible start. Actually, kind of is in a way. I'll add that to previous patrols when I finish this patrol. That's the new way I'm going to do the scoring, so I'm not sitting here doing all the numbers at once. It's kind of painstaking. We could maybe even go... Yeah, we'll keep going on the scores. Let me look at my torpedo situation. Fully reloaded. That's very good. Batteries, picking up a charge again. You know, it might be a stationary task force. I might be able to just pick on these guys. Let's go down there and explore that area.
New course. 1. 7, 8.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. New course.
Nope, there's nothing here.
8, 9. Yes, sir. New course. 3, 5. 7.
Okay, so I'm going to go west.
New course. 2.
I might go into Rabaul. It's only 23:16 hours. I've got a lot of darkness, and... Let's see how shallow it is here, though. 52 feet under keel. If I go to periscope depth, I will ground out. I mean, I'm just... There's nowhere to go. I'm on the surface. But let's go look out there and see what we got. Ahead to the right. Let me turn off this torpedo data computer. It doesn't need to be tracking. There's no target to track. With the naked eye, I thought I saw something out there. Something right there. 050. Oh, look at that.
Ship spotted. Ship spotted. Bearing. 5, 9.
It's at 060. Let's put HE in the tube. Let's turn to the right and go after him.
Yes, sir. New course.
Yes, sir.
3, 2. Yes, sir.
Where did he go? There he is.
Yes, sir. Hard to starboard. Hard to starboard.
Yes, sir.
Ship spotted. Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder.
We look on the plot. Oh, there's one over there to the side, too. Hopefully that one doesn't have guns. No, there's a couple of these little fishing boats.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Spotted. Bearing. Stop. 2, 7, 5. Long
There's
range.
one to the left. He's pretty far away. So let's look at the one dead ahead here. He's ahead to the right by maybe 15 degrees. I wonder if I can ping him. I doubt it. Too shallow. That's worth a try. According to the map plot, what's his range? 1.6. So let's go... I'm going to try to pop him from here. Fell short. Let's try 2,500. That was also short, but not by much. I can tell I'm getting close.
Yes, sir. Ahead standard.
Ship spotted.
That took a chunk out of him. You have to lead him.
Ship spotted. Bearing. 2, 1, 2. Long range.
Little 80-tonner. It's almost not even worth the ammo. Oh, he beached.
Yes, sir. Hard to port.
Yes, sir.
Hard to port. Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder. Ahead 1/3.
Yes, sir.
Is he taking so many hits? That was short.
Ship spotted.
It's kind of fun, man. This type of gunnery. I just wish the controls a little smoother and nicer.
Ship spotted. Bearing 3-9. Medium range.
He's destroyed.
Yes, sir. Rudder. Rudder. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Save again in case trouble comes. Let's go ahead standard. We'll go south and go kill that other one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I hit his sails. He's much closer than that. That's a good range. He's at about 12 or 1300 yards.
Yes, sir. Hard to starboard.
Yes, sir.
Hard to starboard.
It's going in. Yep, it's destroyed.
Yes, sir. Ahead
Okay, so let's head north by northwest.
3.
We'll head for Rabaul. Now we'll head northwest from here, using time compression to speed things up.
Bearing 1-9. Ship spotted. Ship spotted. Bearing 1. Yes, sir.
Midships all stop. Okay, what's the range on these guys? About 4 miles. Let's continue in there. Let's get close enough to
Bearing 1.
a warship spotted. He isn't moving. Oh, this is scary stuff. I want to get... That's the warship. Let's get about on a 2-mile radius of him. I'll creep in at 1/3 speed. It's just about midnight.
Ship spotted. Bearing 1-6. Long range.
Alright, this is going to be a turkey shoot.
Yes, sir.
I'll stop. What I will do for now is go score my 2 fishing boats. Oh shit!
We're taking damage, sir. Pressure hull damaged.
Okay, periscope depth.
Periscope dead.
Let me check the damage report. They spotted me, but they're not under sail. They got a bulkhead slightly damaged. Need to get, I probably can't go quite to periscope depth, so we'll try to go to about 47, 48 feet.
New depth. 4, 7.
That would probably work. I have 48 feet under keel here. Let's see how much damage it took. It's... Wait, wrong screen. Because there was a second hit there. Ooh.
Pressure hull intact.
Repairs. The repairs are done. What am I looking at? You know, it might not even be a warship that's shooting at me. There's a freighter here. There's a ship sunken underneath. Look at that. It's glitched right through. Whatever. It's pretty funny. That's just a stupid little sub chaser.
4, 0. Yes, sir. Hull stop.
I mean, I am just scraping the bottom here, but that's okay. Can I torpedo those things? I wonder if I can even set the torpedoes shallow enough to get those little sub chasers. They're not underway, and they never come off the dock to chase you. I did see some... This is what it is right here. Oh, this is just a tugboat. I sunk one of those earlier, I think. Something similar. That's what it is, isn't it? The submarine tender? No, that's... Freaking a 9,000 tonner. Oh my god. Oh, you know what? It's not under merchants. It's under this little list of ships. Medium gunboat. Draft 3 feet. I can't even hit these. The 2 stackers, a small gunboat. I don't even think I can set a torpedo shallow enough to go get them. About 3.5 feet, and they run deep. I can't sink those. So what I'm going to do is just go right through and open all these torpedo tube doors. And I got to go through and set these all to very, very minimum depth. High-speed contact pistols. So, because the range of these ships is really pretty close. And I'm going to start sinking some of these ships. If I can. Okay, I want to see something here, though. This one over here, I can probably get his bow. That one I'm going to be able to hit easy. Oh, there's a float plane. Check it out. There's different types of ships out there. I wonder if I can get that one. That one I can get. Okay, so... I'm just going to manually set this thing. They all have 0 speed. Let me pull 0 speed in. I'm just going to say that they're all kind of pointed like that. It completely doesn't matter. I'll say they're at 1,500 yard range, but they're definitely much farther than that.
Firing tube 1. Torpedo in the water.
Let me get this frickin' up here where I can see things. There's a ship right there.
Firing tube 2.
At 10 degrees relative.
In the water.
That's the ship that was shooting at me, and he's got a dock in the way.
Firing tube 3. Torpedo in the water. Firing tube 4. Torpedo in the water.
And that ship might be a little on the too shallow side to hit, but I'll try it.
Firing tube 5. Torpedo in the water.
That ship looks like it's kind of underway.
Firing tube 6. Torpedo in the water.
Go up with the observation periscope just to see if we start getting some hits. Let's go
Yes, sir. Hard to port.
hard to port,
Yes, sir.
head standard.
Head slow.
We're reloading torpedoes, what we have. Yeah, port's a good thing. Turn around, get the stern tubes out there.
Torpedo impact.
There's an impact there. Seems like I would have gotten more hits than this, but we'll see. There's still fish in the water.
Torpedo impact.
Where's that impact? I heard it. Right there.
Torpedo impact. Torpedo impact. Torpedo impact.
That ship is burning. I got an enemy unit destroyed. That unit exploded. Oh, that's brilliant. Alrighty.
Tube 1 ready, sir. Torpedo impact.
That was out there. It hit. I don't know what it hit, but it didn't hit the ship. What did I end up sinking? That sub chaser? Yeah, the medium gunboat. So we'll go with time compression. Land unit spotted. I'll bet that's a shore battery, and that's probably what shot at me when I first pulled into this place. I do see you, Thanglem. I don't check the chat on YouTube very often, though. I watch it pretty closely on Twitch, but
Rudder. New course. 156.
Single contact. Bearing 2, 6.
there's an aircraft.
Tube 2 ready, sir.
It's friendly!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's friendly aircraft attacking Rabaul.
Yes, sir. All stop.
Wow. A night raid. That ship I'm seeing, it looks like it's shooting. It's shaped like a B-24. Let's open up some tubes. Let's set these up for high speed contact pistols, minimum depth, high speed contact pistol. Let's get to this one to high speed contact pistol, and number 4, which is tube 10, minimum depth, high speed contact pistol. Man, I can't barely see these things. Around and see if I can get somebody else.
Torpedo in the water.
That ship there, I don't think I can get him. I'm going to try anyway. There's kind of a ship here.
Torpedo in the water. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll come up another foot or two of depth. So I'm in very, very shallow water. Let's go look at the damage I did. Oh, this is actually supposed to be a mountain there. It's only showing me half of it. So, yeah, he's down by the stern. I should put a shot on him and finish him.
Tube 3 ready, sir.
I don't even know if I killed that ship or not, but maybe the aircraft did it. Torpedo's a dud, sir.
Torpedo is a dud, sir. Torpedo impact. Torpedo is a dud, sir. Torpedo is a dud, sir.
Yeah, our planes.
Tube 4 ready, sir.
Yeah, let's surface.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a look. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm up to 5 ships sunk. Man, compared to when I was here before, that's amazing how little the damage I'm doing. 8275 plus 904 is now we're up to 9,000 tons. 179. It's been kind of meh. Let me see how much... Oh, wow. I have some bow torpedo tubes loaded. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go reload. So, we are on the surface. I don't need damage repair at this point. That little bit of damage we took has been fixed. Let's plot a course out of here and go refit at Tulagi in the Solomon Islands. I'm going to go full speed. Okay, sound contact. Merchant, medium speed, moving away. I might catch him. It's not quite 0300 hours, so if I can spot him and he has no gun, I'll take him with,
Bearing 336, long range.
let me see where he is. He's just straight to my left. Seas are getting choppy. We're in for some chop. There he is. Oh, there's kind of a lot of stuff out here. No guns. He's got a gun. So, let's turn to the right a little bit. Parallel their course. God, they're within 2 miles of me and they don't see me.
Yes, sir. New course. 195.
They're fast. Because I'm doing 18 knots and I'm not walking the dog on them. Zero 340 hours. I'm using time compression to just kind of, you know, they've turned. Which means this is useless. They still don't know about me, I'm quite certain of that. My God, they're fast. Let's go to periscope depth, and we'll turn left, not quite 90 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Probably about 60. We'll eat up some battery power here to go get them. There's a little thunder out there. Seas are rough. Okay, let's see what we got. So, I'll use time compression to close in on them. I'm doing 8 knots underwater here, and I'm barely getting into position. Let's stop now. I think we're close enough. They're ahead to the left. So I'll look at 315. Yeah, there they are. Okay, I got a little brief look at them. I'm gonna bring the periscope down so they don't spot it. I don't know if they know I'm here or not. They're small freighters. They're almost not even worth the torpedoes. Maybe I'll fire one at each of those two and just see if I get lucky. There's a small old engine aft involved. So I'll go up and identify him real quick. That's that ship. No, I might be wrong. No, that's what that is. And then there's this guy. He's got 2 islands. There's a smokestack in front of the rear island. He's who I want. He's close. Damn. I'm not seeing him here. Is that it? Yes, that is it. Medium old tanker. He's worth going for. 21-foot draft. Tube 1. Get rid of the recognition manual. Let's get his range. Tankers are always fast when you find them. And his running depth is 21. So I can go about 17 feet. We'll do tubes 1 and 2 against him. Take another reading on him, and then I'm going to fire. Frick. He's actually starting to go away. I'm going to say 9. He's kind of avoiding. I'm going to put a torpedo out on this bearing.
Firing tube 1.
I'll put a torpedo out a little bit more than that on that bearing. No. About like that.
Firing tube 2.
Let's see if these torpedoes are going to give me any joy. Where is he even? Am I looking at this right? I don't think I am. I'm sure they know about us. Oh, he's maneuvering wildly. These aren't going to hit. This is a waste. This is a total waste. So, yeah, when you find ships that are that fast in rough water, it's just really not worth even dealing with it. It would have been good tonnage, but I couldn't keep up with them. Okay, let's surface. Yeah, I know all about it. I'm just gonna go reload. Quit screwing around with that shit in the rough water. Look at this time compression. It's all jumpy. Maybe I'll go back and end mission. What time is it? It's only 11. It feels much later than that. I hate to admit it, but I think I'm starting to get bored. I don't like it when it doesn't run right. And right now the game isn't running right. Oh,
Ship spotted. Bearing 3, 2, 1. Long range.
what's the weather like out here? Rough seas.
Yes, sir. Ahead full.
Ship spotted. 321, the guy says. Let's go see what it is. Oh. Couple little fishing boats.
Yes, sir. New course. 8, sir. Full.
Look at them all. Holy cow.
Yes, sir.
The minimap didn't show them that close, I don't think.
4, 6. Long range.
There's a little one there. This one's closer.
Yes, sir. Hard to
Yes,
port.
sir.
Hard to port. Hard to port.
Won't let me fire. He's trying to outmaneuver me to keep from getting rammed. I got full left rudder in, do I not?
Yes, sir. Hard to
Yes,
port.
sir.
Little fishing boat. This will teach you to feed the Japanese army. He got away from me in reverse. He's destroyed.
Yes, sir. Hard to
Yes,
starboard.
sir.
That's way short. Let's try 2,000 if I can get over the waves. That's way short. Holy cow, he's out there. Get a little too far. That was short. That's tough to shoot, man, in this rough seas. That was a little on the short side.
Yes, sir. Head flank. Yes, sir. Rudder. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
There's 3 of them. There's one just immediately to my right. Let me see if I can sink him with gunfire while I go after the other one. I'm gonna put... Oh, look at how terrible that shot was. I'm gonna have to fire right about here. Because the shells are going as fast as the submarine. The range looks about good. I just have to get the lead right. A little too much. That was a good shot. That shot just drifted right on in there and scored. Oh, that's just short. That's just short. Let's go to 1800. That hit his sail and I went a little long on that. That is some marksmanship there, you guys. That little target. Ooh, that's gonna miss to the left. So he's destroyed. Way short. Let's try 1500. Okay, let's go 1700. That's a little on the high side. He's destroyed. Boom! Hit his fuel. Ship go boom! Okay. What command us to return to course.
Yes, sir. Ahead standard.
Head standard. Alright, time compression is smoothing out again. Is it because no, the seas are still rough. Let me save his patrol just in case something happens. This doesn't crash as much as Silent Hunter 3 used to.
Single contact. Bearing 20.
There's aircraft out there. What are the seas like? Let's crash dive.
Crash dive.
Yes, sir.
I'll use time compression until I'm in the water, then I'll go to 1/3 speed. It's 0950 hours.
Yes, sir.
That could very well be a friendly aircraft, but in the real war, the captains didn't take their chances on that. They would typically, you know, play it safe. There's a plane out there. You don't know if it's friend or foe. It's not like modern times. You can get on the radio and talk to them. I mean, at times you could, but not as a rule. And let's close some tabs here. I'm just going to take a minute while I'm doing time compression underwater here, just to look at the performance of my computer. Oh yeah, everything's happy. Ah! Let me see something here. Oh, I can't do that. I'd have to do a lot of switching around of things. Let's surface. Speed it up. Let's refit. Refit complete.
Contact. Warship. Moving away. Bearing.
Let's refit again. Well, hang on a minute. Let's tell this thing to reload. Now we refit again. And it's plugged in. All the torpedoes are ready to go. That feels much better. I'm very happy with that result. So now let's go back up the slot. Cruise through Solomon Islands again. I could try... God, look how shallow this area is. I'm going to try to enter the Bismarck Sea from the south, just to see what shipping I run into in this area. Also, there's something I have to do here. Got to take credit for those 3 little ships that I sank. 3 more ships at 360 tons. It's a good number of ships, but these are very small, you know, little fishing boats, and, you know, that's not too impressive, really. But they are victories, and they will help the war effort. All right. Yeah. I'm not used to these hours anymore. You know, funny thing is, last night I stayed up watching TV almost all night. We're talking 4 or 5 in the morning. I guess that's why I'm tired. Sound contact, merchant, medium speed closing. What's the seas?
Closing. Bearing.
Okay, we're cruising along at about 15 knots. We should be doing 1 or 2 knots faster than this, but the seas are rough, so that's slowing us down. Let's go check out the sound contact.
Contact. Merchant.
Yes,
Closing.
sir.
Bearing 2.
There's 2 of them here. Maintain orders. Let's see what it is. Whoops. Where is he? Oh, they're over here. I'm gonna go investigate, see if these guys got guns. The seas are calm enough for me to gun them down. So, this one's armed. Got a gun on the stern. And this one's got a gun on the bow. Let's go to periscope depth.
Yes, sir. Periscope depth.
They're probably on a line about like this. That's going to be real close. I'm going to get within maybe half a mile.
Yes, sir.
So I'll go full speed. I'm going to go a little bit east to north, maybe a heading of 010.
Current depth.
Well, let's go to 020-ish. You can't be precise with your orders at this game. Oh, let's stop. They're zigzagging. Did they see me? In any case, I'm going to stay submerged here and just see if they come. There's one coming straight at me. I almost think he's trying to ram me. Let's back it up a little bit.
Yes, sir. Back standard.
And what I'll do is I'll open up tubes 1 and 2. I'm going to get set up for a shot about like this. We'll just assume they're doing maybe 9 knots. Well, I'll put in 8. And I'm probably going to shoot at that guy at about 300. Ah. These torpedoes, I'm going to set them to run at maybe 12 feet. Let's look at 270. Alright, he's zigzagging. I don't know quite what to do about that yet. And let's see if I can figure out what ship it is. I think it's a small old engine aft. These things are so worthless. Let's go to 9 feet on these torpedo tubes for the running depth of these 2 torpedoes in the 1 and 2 tubes. I'll command the ship to drift. I'll stop the engines a minute. Take some readings on it if it'll accept my mouse clicks. God, he's 200 meters away. He's close. He's also kind of pointing right at me. Let's go back into reverse.
Back standard.
I'll stop. Bring the periscope back up.
All stop.
I'm just going to throw some, random information into the torpedo data computer. Oh yeah, he's close. I'm going to be able to pop him pretty easy. Really kind of can't escape from here. He's arcing through about like that. Meanwhile, he could be going a little faster, so I'll fire 1 tube at 10 knots speed. Ah, he's going slower. So let's get another torpedo going. 9 feet, tube 3. Correct that speed. He might be going 6.5 is all now. Where is he? He's supposed to be right in front of me. There he is. Kind of got a little bit of an angle towards me. I'm going to go 80 degrees off his bow. 6 knots are into it. See if this shot's any better. Still looks like I'm shooting out ahead of him. God, what is he doing? 3 knots? That's what I'm going to plug in. I think he's hitting the brakes. Let's get this torpedo set. Torpedo tube 4. Open. We'll set you for 9 feet. God, he's almost stopped. He literally is stopping to avoid being shot at. Now he's speeding up again. No, he's not. It's just because the wave went over my periscope and unlocked my shot. God dang it, I hate having to switch back and forth for these two views. Still kind of coming towards me. Oh, I'll fire that torpedo and see if I get him. This is embarrassing to be missing so many easy shots. Yeah, that one's gonna get him. Let's go up and get another one going. I'll go to 14 feet. Let's compute a quick solution. He's trying to get away. He's probably about 30 degrees off the beam, which would put him at 20. He has slowed down even more. I'll put 2 knots in, maybe a little less. Meantime, let's look and see what that other ship out there is doing. There he is. So, yeah, he's to my left. Let's go see what this other torpedo's gonna do. There it is. How? What? Oh, because he stopped. He stopped. I did enough damage to him to get him stopped. Let me plug in a speed of 0. That's not the ship I want. That's the ship I want. I'll aim for the foremast. Frickin' waves. He's doing about a half a knot. Here she goes. Fish in the water. Man target? Nope, not at all. How am I missing point blank? I did put in a little bit of speed, but it looked like he was moving, so... whatever. I don't care. I'll just go reload. High speed contact. I'm gonna plug in 0 speed. Man, let my mouse go. Opening tube 1. That's probably about right. Speed 0. What did we get for range? He's probably about 500 out. Well, let's find out. Probably about like that. Let's click through all these just to nudge things along. There she goes. There's the trop. No movement on that propeller. Oh yeah, that's gonna do it. Oh yeah, I did it real good. So that's a dead ship. She sunk.
Ship 3 ready, sir.
Where's his gun again? On the bow.
Yes, sir.
Let's lower the two periscopes. Let's just go a little bit north of west. Probably about like this.
9-0. Torpedo miss, sir. Torpedo miss, sir.
And he's zigzagging like crazy, but I'm going to try to set up to hit him anyway.
Yes, sir. New course. 1-0. Torpedo miss, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ship 5 ready, sir. Yes, sir. All stop.
I'll actually reverse it to get stopped. Okay, he's right freaking there, man. I'm gonna go maybe 17 feet. Tubes 1 and 2. Okay. I'm just gonna throw numbers out there. 500 meters range. Coming through like this. He's carrying a little speed. I'm gonna put 8 knots. I'm gonna go through and re-click just to make sure everything's registered.
Water ship 2. Torpedo in the water.
I'll let him progress a little bit. I'm gonna slow this speed down to 6. I want to shoot on that angle.
Torpedo in the water.
That's a hit out there. This is probably going to be a hit too. Oh no! And I had shortened the shot too. That didn't even slow him down.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Blow ballast. Tube 6 ready, sir. Yes, sir. Ahead flank. Yes, sir. Hard to starboard. Hard to starboard.
Get on the surface so I can get to that deck gun. Still not letting me on the deck gun.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder. Yes, sir. Rudder. 1.
Yes, sir.
Yes, here we go. Let's go. Well, put an HE. I'll clear the tube. Trying to get him at the water line.
Yes, sir. Hard to starboard.
Yes, sir.
Hard to starboard.
He zigzags. He might get the front end around enough to get that gun on the bow, you know, a shot on me.
Yes, sir.
All stop.
He's listing to the right, and he's down by the bow, so putting holes in the left side at the stern. I'm gonna drop him right into the water.
Yes, sir. Hard to port.
Yes, sir.
Hard to port.
Not letting me shoot, probably because my hydrophone is in the way.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder.
I think of everything.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Back standard. Tube 1 ready, sir. Yes, sir. Hard to port. 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 Hard to port.
It's stuck on hard to port. It's glitched, keeps repeating itself.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
Yes, sir.
Rudder. All stop.
Taking a licking. Destroyed. Alright, let's see what my torpedo situation is. It's worth going back, maybe, maybe not. Let's think about this. Let's look at the map. How close am I to home? Shit, I'm right there. Alrighty, let's delete some waypoints. We'll erase some doodles. And let's look at those victories. The small engine aft, medium old tanker. It's about what I expected.
Ready, sir.
2 more victories. We're up to 10 on this patrol. Let's go refit. We'll reload torpedoes at Tulagi. So we have another 1628. And 4891 brings our new tonnage up to 16,058. Over 16,000 tons this run. Not bad. I'm having fun, man. I like it. It's a lot of fun. Okay, let's refresh that. John's still hanging out on my voice chat. I haven't gone over to talk to him because I'd have to switch the headset. It'd be a pain in the ass to go use the voice on that computer. Well,
Signal contact. Bearing.
that plane gonna see me? It's friendlies, thank God. I just decided to ignore them. Refit. Refit complete. All fresh new torpedoes. Let's try again, chat. I'm going to leave it right at standard speed. With the Tulagi being so conveniently located here as a base. Oh, look it. More merchants. What's the seas like? Rough. Nonetheless, let's pursue them. Could be friendlies, though. We're really close to Tulagi. There's two of them again.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to periscope depth. To avoid being detected, because if we can avoid being detected, we have a better chance of getting them with the expense of much fewer torpedoes. The last two ships, they had spotted me, so they were zigzagging, and I had to do all kinds of crazy stuff, and including surfacing on the opposite side of the ship from where their guns were mounted. Okay, we'll go ahead 1/3. Just to get turned. Midship, stop. And we're going to use time compression to let them come into my happy zone. Let's go see what we got, chat. I'm going to do it the easy way. Another small engine aft. Couple of them. These stupid things. Okay, so let's open tubes 1 through 4. Let's set all these torpedoes to about 11 feet of depth. Because American torpedoes are defective and they run too deep, that should get them below the ships for a magnetic influence detonation of the ordnance, and we'll see if we can split them in half from underneath. Okay, I'm stopped. Rudder's midship. So hard to do this in these rough seas. There's the second one. I'm going to lower the periscope and use time compression for a few seconds just to get them further along. Okay, this is good. I'll be firing a little bit ahead, maybe slightly to the left to take that trailing ship. And after I fire at him, I'm going to go ahead and fire at the lead ship. 2 torpedoes apiece. You want to shoot at the more distant ship first so that the torpedoes arrive. If you do this right, you can get those torpedoes to arrive at the same time and not have one ship escape because he saw one explosion and then... Where's the second ship at? Gosh dang, man, these waves. There he is. So, let me lock that target. Let me get rid of the recognition manual. Man, I can't even range this guy. I'll tell you what I can do. He's at 320. Let's do this. Alright. He's at about 850. So I can manually plug in that range of about 850. And I can let this start to go. Probably somewhere in this vicinity. I don't know what his speed is. That says his speed is 1. No, it's going to be 7-ish. 6 to 10. At least. Still about 800. Well, we got the range plugged in. That's good. Let's see if we can compute his speed. It's just insisting on a speed of 1, man. Well, I'll try to get something out of this. Really tricky. I missed my opportunity to shoot at both, and the seas are just too rough to target two. You can't even... You'll spend 10 minutes just targeting one. It can be more like this. Well, I got 2 torpedoes in the water. Let's just see what they do. One of them's gonna miss aft. This one here should get him. Oh yeah. That's gonna get him. And do they have guns? Yeah. So he's maneuvering. He's damaged. He may sink because he's a flame. But what I'm going to do, make sure my periscopes are down.
Yes, sir. Hard to starboard.
I'm going to chase him. I'm going to try to put a torpedo up the kilt, but it's not going to be easy. Where'd he go? He's still out there. Let's go a little bit shallower here. I'm going to try to go up maybe 7 or 8 feet.
New deck. Lock. 1. Rudder.
I'll go to rudder midships. Go back to torpedo tube 1. I'll set the depth. Oh, what was their keel depth again? 15, but he's low in the water. I'll go to 14. God, he's still cruising. He's cruising right along out there, really. Alright. That had him about 1,000. Let's see if that's true. No, he's at about 1,300. He's kind of... Man, that thing's freaking out on me. He's kind of trying to get away from me about like that. He's probably still making 9 knots. I'm making 8 knots. So we'll follow him, we'll track him for a little while. We'll try to get a good shot on him. Finish him off. 891, let me see if that's accurate. No, he's at about 1,300, which is what I had before. That can't be right. Oh, because he's kind of partially underwater, it's hard to get this YASO. It's that one, but he'll be maneuvering. I'm actually closing on him. He's probably down to 7 or 8 knots. Because I'm doing 8. And I'm able to close in on him. God, I hate... I'll never get used to that. He's probably doing 7.5 to 8. Me ping him. He's 1,000, which is what I had on him there. It's probably a good solution. I'll go ahead and fire. I just want to see what happens. Oh man, he's right there.
Torpedo in the water.
Yes, sir.
All stop.
I'm closing in on him big time. Shit. Let me drop the speed to 0. What range is this thing setting me up with? Gosh, that's crazy. What is going on? Look at this thing, is freaking out on me, dude. Let me plug in 1 knot to see if that gets this unstuck. I can't. This is broken. Maybe I can get it to work this way. It's so terrible. There we go. That fixed it. This is a point-blank shot, but he is skinny. Just try to blow off his propeller. There she goes, no propeller. Yeah, I'm stopped. I'm just kind of hanging out here right now. Never say die, chat. This guy just does not want to die. I'm getting bored of fighting this thing all the time. Shit, we go right back to torpedo tube 1. Fire at 19 feet. Let me see what solution it gave me. These frickin' waves.
Torpedo in the water.
Do your dirty thing. So much damage to that ship. It's such a distraction. These things are what, 1,800 tons? 1,500? What a waste of ordnance. All that because they got a little damn gun. Let's go 28 feet. I'm just for fun, I want to see if this torpedo goes underneath of this thing. Open tube 3. I'm sending this torpedo deep. I want to see if I can get underneath of this thing, and that is a deep torpedo. That thing is so far into the water. Oh yeah, that one might actually miss. Yeah, I'm trying to get under the keel. Look at this thing. I don't see a gun on the back. Maybe the gun was destroyed by the explosion. But look at that guy's still kind of hanging out. Unbelievable. Okay, we'll go back to tube 2. Open tube 2. I went way, way, way deep before. Let's go 22.5 feet.
Torpedo in the water.
Ooh, that looked like I aimed too far to the right. Yeah, that's gonna miss. Let's get another one going. What else can you do? I mean, thing just will not sink.
Tube 1 ready, sir. Firing tube 4. Torpedo in the water.
Never say die. 1,500 tonner takes 50 torpedoes to sink. Yeah.
Firing tube 1. Firing tube 5. Firing tube 6. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
This is insane.
Torpedo is a dud, sir.
That one was a dud. I mean, I've just chewed the ass off of this thing and it's still floating. Ha!
Yes, sir. New deck. 1, 5, 1. Torpedo miss, sir. Ahead full. Yes, sir. New course. 8, 8.
We'll go underneath it. Take a 90-degree left turn. Periscope depth. Actually, we'll come a little bit shallower than that.
Yes, sir. New depth. 4-9. Yes, sir.
Stop. We'll open these 4 torpedo tubes. High speed contact, 15 feet running depth on all 4. This is definitely one of those WTF moments for this game. Okay, so let's go like this. There, finally. That other ship just refused to leave him there. He's still out here wandering around.
Torpedo missed, sir.
Wow. That's pretty amazing. I'll tell you what. As ridiculous as that was, it had its funness. So here's what I'm going to do. Even though it's Friday night, I don't have to wake up for any particular purpose other than you should see my Kanban board. I don't know if you guys have even heard of such a thing, but Kanban board is kind of project management. You got these little cards, you arrange them into columns. Starting from the left, you go from backlog. The next column over is kind of to do. These are the ones you're going to do next. The next column over, and you just move things from left to right. The next column over is in progress. That's what I'm working on right now. And the final column is done.
4 ready, sir.
And I'm way behind on work. So before I go, I'll go ahead and plug in that very, very difficult ship. 1571 tons. Nothing too impressive. We're up to 17,629 tons for the night. It is the 11th ship of the night. And I guess before I go, I'll go somewhere safe. Maybe I'll go rearm and then, you know, park at Tulagi. That was pretty frustrating. No, that wasn't frustrating. That was ridiculous. But it was fun in its own way, like I said. Where is that guy?
Torpedo missed, sir.
I'm going to turn left 90 degrees, ahead full,
7-2. Torpedo missed, sir. Ahead full.
go to a depth of 150. I'll erase my doodles. Including those waypoints.
Yes, sir. All stop.
Yes, sir.
Ahead full. Current depth 6-0. Depth 80.
Let me see, though. I do have these forward torpedoes. Maybe I'll go sink that ship, but we'll see. Surface.
Ship spotted. Bearing 186.
Take a 90-degree left turn. Close in on this guy. Periscope depth.
Periscope Derry.
Using time compression. That's the only way to fly.
0. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tubes 1 and 2. We'll get those set up at 9 feet. I'm starting to get hungry is also part of the problem. I'm in a situation where it's like, you know what? I could eat and keep streaming, and normally I would, but I'm gonna try to get to bed a little earlier. I had a dizzy spell last night. It was really freaky. I'm sure it had to do with how I was eating. But still, it kind of freaked me out, kept me up all night. I ended up not really sleeping after that. Where is this thing? How far away is he? Oh. There's more ships I don't know about straight left. Far out is he? $3,400. He's a long ways out. Let's turn right 30 degrees, go to flank speed.
Course 80.
Yes, sir.
Try to close in on him a little better. Alright, now he's directly ahead. And a little to the right. And he's 1,300 out. So, I'm still at flank speed, eating up battery like crazy. Let's come up to about 51 feet, because in these seas, it's the only way I'm going to get this periscope over the waves. Try to put a shot on this guy. Let's lock the target. Get a solution on him. He's kind of going away from me a little bit. That has a speed at 9, 7. I'm going to plug in 8 because I don't believe it.
Firing 2-1.
I'll fire 1 at 7 just to see what happens.
Torpedo in the water. Yes, sir. Hard to starboard.
Yes, sir.
Tell it to go back to my route. We'll go down some depth.
7, 9.
No, those shots are way out ahead. Maybe not. It's sort of close-ish. Actually,
Current depth 6.
one of these is going to hit. That was a hard hit. Oh, that did a lot of damage. That might slow him down to the point where I can get him.
Yes, sir. New course 1, 3.
Kind of next to him here.
0. Torpedo miss, sir.
Now we'll go south.
Course 1.
Come up to periscope depth. Actually, we'll come up to that 50 feet.
Yes, sir. Stop.
This is good stuff. Open these two tubes. 12.5 feet on each of them. Well, Let me see something here. His keel's 15. That'll work. That'll work. I think he's dead in the water. So let's plug in a speed of 0. It's about like this. He's probably about 500 meters out, maybe 600.
Water 28.
Torpedo in the water.
Water 27.
Torpedo in the water.
Where's my trops? There they are. Sick 'em, boys. Yeah, I got him stopped. That's always nice when you do enough damage to stop him, because then the cleanup is real easy. That blue piece is off in him. Yeah, he's a goner. These two ships are a big pain in the ass, man. That's a riot, though. Nonetheless, let's go check out the tonnage. I'll tally that up. This one was only 1621 tons. That's okay, though. Ships this run. 19,250 tons. That's... I mean, it's not bad, but... I hate it. It kind of bugs me when the weather's bad. I don't like to, you know, deal with that so much. Big pain in the ass. Alright. So, yeah, that should do it. Let's surface the boat. Command it to lower these periscopes. Command it to return to course. There's a lot of ships here too. When I was down there on that hydrophone, I heard a couple more, but I need torpedoes. I was just squandering torpedoes on that thing earlier. Let me erase this checkpoint, by the way. I had a course plotted to kind of get around that guy, just to quit screwing with him, and I decided to go kill him. There you go, there's another ship out there. Could be friendly, though. Refit. Let's reload. Oh, it's reloading front and rear, so that's kind of cool. Refit again. And let's head back. There was a ship out here that I had heard on the hydrophones. There he is. Let's turn west and go hunt him down. Maybe I'll do one more ship and then I'll call it a night. Let's turn left this way, try to pick him up. Turn to the right a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What do we got out there? Just one of them little guys, right? Head to my right. If I can find him. Searching the seas with my camera mode. I got the attack drone out. There's two of them. I see him here. Let's go check it out. Let's go see what we got. They look pretty big. Worth going for. That's a biggin. And that's a not very biggin. Those are tough little ships for being only 1,500 tonners. So that's worth going for. These are good targets. So let me put a mark here. at 0544 hours.
Periscope depth.
We'll go to periscope depth. Let's plug in some notes here. Mark 3 at 0544. I have to go pull up calculator soup. What I do is I mark where they're at 2 points in time as accurately as I can. Then I know the time and I know the distance. I can use that to compute the speed. Oh, I don't need to reach over there. It's over here now. Alright. The joys of having two computers.
Current depth. 40.
Alright. Let's move this keyboard out of the way. The reason I do that is I use two computers because I want to, play the game on not my newest computer because they do weird things with their graphics. Like you can't smoothly get in and out of full screen mode. I want to go just a little bit more to the right.
New course. 2, 3, 5.
I'll stop.
Yes, sir.
Let's raise the periscope and go take a look. That's looking straight back. This will be ahead to the right. They'll be in this direction. The waves are not as bad as they had been earlier, but they're still pretty bad. Let's sneak up to 51 feet of depth. There they are. Now I can go to plot. And I can take the first mark to the second mark. 1.7 nautical miles. I'll lower the periscope at 0556. Which would be 12 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Shit, hang on a minute. I'm just habitually typing on that keyboard. 12 minutes. And I forgot what I said the frickin' distance was. 1.9, I'm gonna say. That's probably about right. 1.9 in 12 minutes. I come out with 9.5 knots. So 9 to 10 knots. They did look like they were going a little faster than the usual 7 knots, so no big deal. Let's go ahead 2/3. Well, just a little bit. We'll stop here. My torpedo run is probably going to be... Well, I could probably scooch forward a little bit. Let's get above the waves and hope I don't get spotted. I just gotta be able to see this crap. It's so tough. That is a pretty big ship. It's not that one. I don't remember what it was. I sunk a bunch of these the other night. That ain't it. Is this it? No. That is it. That's the guy. That's what we've got here. A medium European composite freighter. Depth is 15. He's pretty shallow keeled, but that's not unexpected. Alright. We'll open 4 torpedo tubes. I'll set the depth to 11 feet on each of these. Well, we'll go to 12 feet. I'm sure that'll score. And after this attack, I'm going to hit the rack. Try to get some sleep. We'll see how that goes. Oh, these frickin' waves. I have them at 2,000. Wait a minute. 35 would be 60, maybe 55. And I have them at 9 knots, maybe even faster. I'll plug in the 9.5. That's probably going to be about right. Then I'm going to ping him to see if I got the range right. Let's see if he's at 1900. That'll verify my solution. He's at 1700, so I'm not far off. In fact, he just came within the range of the 1700. So he's closing. This is a good solution. I'm lucky that they haven't spotted me, though. That's probably a better, more accurate range. Alright, so it's actually a little less range than that. That's probably about right. Here we go. He looks a lot slower than I've computed. Okay, fish in the water. I was right, he's way slower than I had computed. All those torpedoes just drove right past him in front. God dang it all. I'm sucking at this game, man. I still have 2 more torpedo tubes up front. We're gonna try it. Opening tube 5, open tube 6. Let's plug in a speed of 7. Put this freaking periscope way the hell up so I don't lose my damn target. He's so close that even if they spot the periscope now, he's not going to have time to get out of the way. That doesn't seem right for the range. Let's try it again. It's probably right. I don't think so. Speed 7. I'll even plug in a speed of 6 for this next torpedo.
Torpedo in the water.
Pretty hard to miss from this range. Look at that. Yeah, those are going to get him. Maybe not.
Torpedo impact.
I'm absolutely just sucking, man. Wow.
Yes, sir. Hard to port. Ahead stem. Yes, sir.
Didn't we have tube 1 loaded? Now let's plug in 7.5 knots. Well, he's going to be slower than that now. I just hit him. Dang, this thing starts to work and then it quits. I'm going to plug in 3.5, 4 knots. Just fire to see what happens. Surprisingly, I might get him with this snapshot. There we go. Finally getting some hits. That got an explosion on the upper decks. Might blow him. Might just get him to sink. Well, there's a ship behind me at somewhat close range. See if I can get him with some stern tubes.
Yes, sir. I'll stop.
If you can identify him, he's a small stern aft. This thing is so clumsy getting through here. Small old engined aft, that's what it is. Of course, the periscope goes underwater, so I can't get my range on him. He's carrying some speed. Let's plug that in. He's probably doing 8 knots. 7.5, 8 knots. Trying to boogie away on an angle about like that. Man, he ain't even worth it. This guy's still alive. Why? He's shooting at me, actually.
Ahead flank.
Open tube 7, open tube 8. We'll go to 14 feet of depth. And then we use time compression to make this happen.
Tube 1 ready, sir.
Okay, let's go take another look at him.
Yes, sir.
Midships, I'll stop.
Torpedo miss, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'll stop.
He's still got a little bit of speed, not much. Shooting at me, but I'm out of his range. I can see he's falling short.
Torpedo miss, sir. Torpedo miss, sir.
Seize the periscope. He's super close. I think he's super slow. No, he's not. He's got some speed. Getting tired of these things having speed. For all the damage I'm doing to him, makes no sense. Alright. Wait, that wasn't right. I didn't have the lower line at the water line, the upper line at the highest point of the mast. That's the range. He's on his right rudder, turning away. He's probably making 6 knots at least. Actually, I'm going to plug in 2. And I'll plug in 4.
Torpedo in the water.
water.
See if this snapshot's any good. Probably not, but... Oh, wow. The one of them's on target. Save some time with time compression.
2, 3, ready, sir.
That second shot's gonna miss. Open these 2 torpedo tubes. Send another couple of them after him. This guy's just got a huge angle away from me. Two knots. I think just take a stab at the range. See if we get him. I don't think so. He's super, super narrow. If these shots hit, this is going to be super miraculous.
Torpedo missed, sir.
Honestly, this is a really good shot. Because he's hard on the rudder and I'm still really close. I got him. The second torp's probably not going to fire. It will because it's magnetic influence. But they blew up next to him instead of underneath, so it doesn't cavitate. That may not do the damage we need. Okay.
Yes, sir. March aboard. Head full. Yes, sir. Two, 4, ready, sir.
All they need to do here.
Yes, sir. Medium ready. 2, 5, ready, sir.
He's still underway. He's making under time compression. You can see he's plain as day. He's moving right along there. And the waves keep going over and stopping my time compression because I'm seeing the ship. Let's turn 90 degrees left.
1, 0, ready, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Went to all stop. God, is this for real? Which direction is he going relative to me? How? How? How is he still alive? Somebody explain. Let's go 16 feet. Get these torpedoes set up. Kind of wish I had a crew of 50 guys instead of just little old me to get all this busy work done. Oh no, he is coming towards me. I want to see how this goes. He's coming at me about an angle like this. How fast does the computer think he's going? 3 knots? Okay, here's what we'll do.
Firing 2, 3. Torpedo in the water. Firing 2, 4. Torpedo in the water. Firing 2, 2. Torpedo in the water.
I'm really letting him have it. Got 4 torpedoes out there, right down the length of his ship. That blew his ass in half. Yeah, now he's going to sink. Kind of pissing me off how many torpedoes I'm expending to get these ships dead. I wonder if late war torpedoes have more ump. So, here's what we do. Let's turn right, I don't know, maybe 75, 80 degrees.
Of course.
I'll go ahead full, because this guy's here. He's originally pointing kind of this way. Let's set up, see if we can get a shot on him.
Yes, sir.
I'll stop midships. Also, let's go take a look at him.
3 ready, sir.
If he doesn't have a gun, I'm telling you what, I'm going to go after him with the deck guns. He does. He's got a gun on the stern. Let's go figure out what's up with this guy. Small old engine aft. Draft is 15, so we can go maybe 12 feet. With these 3 torpedoes. Yeah, he's coming on, isn't he? So I have 3 torpedo tubes ready. I'm at a depth I can get the periscope up. Let's use time compression. There he goes. Time compression got him zippity zip right into my happy zone. He's kind of going away from me right here, isn't he? No, still coming towards. Let's get this freaking periscope up there over the waves. Dang it, I missed it. Right about there. It's about 500 out. He's moving from my right to my left. Maybe an angle about like that. I think he's doing more like 6 knots. This thinks he's going 3.
Fire in tube 6. Torpedo in the water. Fire in tube 5. Torpedo in the water. Fire in tube 3. Torpedo in the...
Oh yeah, he's hit. That's point blank. Oh yeah, that's a good hit. Oh, that should crack him in half. Yeah, he's toast. Finally getting good kills. But until he sinks, I can't surface. If the guy is still standing on the back of that ship like that, and I surface, he'll start killing my crew off the deck, and I don't want to lose any of my crew. All right. Let's go look at that. What have we done? Let me do some quick math here, folks. 19,250 plus 5,240 tonner plus a 1,620 tonner brings my new patrol successes up to 26,110 tons. I gotta tally 2 more ships. I'm up to 14 on the patrol. That was cool, man. Those 2 sank pretty readily. Happy about it. So, yeah, let's take a quick walk down my browser tabs. See if I missed any more chats. Interestingly, the YouTube's getting some traction with this game. I never thought I'd see it. I might get 20 or 30 views with an ordinary stream where I'm playing Call of Duty or something like that, but these get hundreds of views for some reason. I don't know how many of these, 2 to 10 hour streams people actually watch the whole thing on, but anyway.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's go get more torps. Erase my doodles. could just sit here all day sinking those two ships. Because the game just keeps dropping those same two ships. Or something very similar. And we'll refit. Bam. This is something else. It's kind of fun. I'd like to get to the Bismarck Sea, but every time I start to get there, I run into targets, and I'm not going to let them go. But 12:30, I'm a half an hour past my normal deadline. I did start late. I wanted to start at 8 o'clock, but, you know, I want to stream 4 hours. I want to game for 4 hours a day, and those are the 4 hours I want to do it. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap things up for the night. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to get on in the day or not. It is Saturday after all, right? Let me save patrol. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do, if I get the itch, especially if I start, you never know when I'm working on my tasks on my Kanban board. Things suddenly come together at times, and I get through what I need to get done. And got the energy, I'm not tired and burned out from that. And I'm like, I'm going to go do some gaming, man. Maybe race on iRacing or something. But I'm definitely going to come back tomorrow night and chillax with Silent Hunter 4. I'm having a lot of fun with this thing. I've already got 3 games lined up once I get to the end of the war with my Silent Hunter 4 campaign, which probably shouldn't be, you know, a few odd days. After all, right now it's already April 15, 1943. There's just... in 2 more years the war will be over, so I figure for about another week. There might be anywhere from 6 to 9 more streams, depending on how many hours I can put into it. You know, depends how early I can start in the evenings. But, yeah, we'll wrap up World War II in the Pacific. I'm having a ball with this. I just can't wait to see what my total numbers are going to be at the end of this. It's just... I'm kicking this game's ass. I should have played it on the hardest skill level. In fact, can I change that? No, gameplay settings. I might be able to actually change it when I get back to port next. In Brisbane, Australia. So, yeah, we'll give that some thought. We'll see what the mood is tomorrow. I appreciate you guys hanging out. There's some chatters, some lurkers. And as for me, well, YouTube seems to be where it's at with this game. It's really weird. Nobody watches the live stream, but hundreds of people go and watch the videos. So they're probably trying to learn how to play the game. And I'm a good player to watch for that because I play it, you know, not in the arcade mode. And by the way, I had a comment on one of my videos and I replied to it. I might as well mention it. That I am not at a difficult level, but I am playing at a more realistic level. There's an arcade version of this where you just basically look in your periscope at a shit and hit fire and it just shoots it and hits. You don't have to calculate your torpedo. I know how to do it manually. I enjoy doing it manually, but you could literally buy this game for $3 or $4 and just go around sinking the shit out of these Japanese ships. And that would be fun. You know, you really don't have to be as good at it as I am to enjoy it, because it's got so many settings. There's maybe 16 checkboxes for, you know, realism settings. You just pick and choose the ones that you want. For example, I have it checked where I have limited fuel, limited battery. You can have all of this stuff be unlimited. You can literally go underwater and go full speed all the time and never deplete your battery. This is one example. So you can have the degree of realism that you want out of the experience and just enjoy playing a game that isn't trying to play you. That's my biggest thing. You know, World of Warships is rigged. You know, the game-making industry has done psychological studies on how what causes a player to stay and continue to engage with the game, and what causes a player to say, fuck this shit, I'm out. They studied that psychologically, and they actually implemented, they groom the outcomes of your games and your matches. I don't care what you're playing. You know, it could be Fortnite, it could be Call of Duty. All the new games, there's enough processing power, and a lot of it's server side nowadays. They've got it set up where you can't even play the game. The game plays you, and it tries to get into your head, and it does get into your head. You can see it got into my head when I was playing Call of Duty. You can watch any streamer, you can see it getting into their head. Like, oh, just one more game, just one more game. They're being played. And I'm not going to do that anymore. So all the titles that I'm going to play are the old stuff until something new comes out that isn't trying to play me. Honestly, right now, even besides all that, there really isn't anything out there that's worth playing at the moment. Not a thing. At least nothing that would interest me. And, you know, I guess there are some PvE games out there. I came this close to buying Hogwarts because I like the Harry Potter stuff. I mean, Lord British comes from my fantasy adventure type gaming, you know, when I was younger. Before I got into shooters and, you know, military stuff. And that was another option, too. I actually contemplated... I have it. I have Ultima 4, which is my favorite Ultima. I can literally stream that. I contemplated doing that. And maybe I will someday. I'll have to give it some thought. So, for the time being, it's past 12:30, which means it's past my bedtime. So, one last thank you, one last goodbye. We'll see you guys tomorrow night if I don't decide to get on during the daytime. Otherwise than that, if I don't see you either which way, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Be safe, and we'll see you whenever. Bye-bye, everybody. Good night.